Okay, so let's just go ahead and talk about it, right? YouTube's new and improved monetization requirements. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Well, hey, I'm sure if you've heard the news, it may be a little bit disappointing, right? The requirements for long formed videos just doubled from 4,000 to 8,000. And what are we going to do about it? Well, there's a lot of people that are discouraged about this, and it is discouraging news. And I'm here to tell you that I think for me, there's a couple different ways to react, right? You can definitely get disappointed, discouraged, and look at this as a reason why it's going to be incredibly difficult and challenging to actually get monetized. But I'm taking a different approach because I think that yeah, it's going to be a little bit harder, but I understand, at least for me, that getting monetized is not the goal. I mean, it's a it's an achievement, it's an accomplishment, and it's definitely a milestone that I'm looking to reach, but it's not the final goal, right? I think you know, um a lot of people think that that's a little bit of a finish line, and it really isn't. So, I think if you're really thinking about doing this YouTube thing, and really looking at it in terms of like the long term benefits of doing this for years to come, then you would see this as definitely a challenge. I mean, but it's just things like this change. It reminds me because I used to work in a sales environment with a commission structure that would at times go through changes. And when those changes happened, it felt like it was really difficult to make the same kind of money that you would make previously under the old structure. Well, things change, right? And you have to be able to adapt. You have to be able to find a way to, overcome. And that's what I'm looking to do. And so that's why I'm recording this video here, because I think I need to address a lot of the other creators that are feeling the same way I am. Yeah, I mean, well, here's the good thing. Okay, so the change doesn't go into effect until February 1st. So what that means is we do have, a few months to really accelerate our process and really try to do everything we can to get grandfathered into the old requirements. 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 viewed hours. So that's kind of what I'm looking at, and I know that it's not going to be as easy as I might think. But I mean, I've heard stories about people getting monetized in less than a month, so I know it's possible. I know that some people can get monetized in a couple of months, and I'm not thinking that I'm going to just blow up overnight, but I know that I can definitely you know, continue to work on my craft, continue to build, continue to make videos, and continue to share my knowledge to you out there, because I think that for now, at least for this first few months, I've had to actually strategize and kind of come up with a plan. And that was actually what I did when I heard this news. When I heard the news of this change, I decided that I was going to have to come up with a plan and figure out how can I be strategic in ramping up to this goal of mine and hitting my target before February 1st. So if are like me, then you're really goal oriented, you're really focused and driven on setting goals and meeting them and surpassing them. And so that's what we're doing today. So I encourage you, please, um, like, subscribe, and continue to follow along on my journey, because I'm going to need your help when I'm trying to get some views and stuff. But I definitely want to share my challenges and struggles and things that are working, things that aren't working. Um, it's it's taken me a minute to kind of pause and think about this, but I have a great idea in terms of how I'm going to knock this out. So I'm going to share a little bit more of that with you in an upcoming video, but I wanted to get this out there now because time is of the essence. And so before I actually go through and kind of lay out what my plan is, what that strategy looks like, just wanted to kind of get out here and kind of just let you know what my thoughts are right now. So this is it for today. We're going to talk much more about that with upcoming videos, and follow along, because if you are looking to get monetized before these new rules come into play in February, then I'm going to have a lot more to share and a lot more information on this topic. All right, guys, have a good one. Bye.